Hi students, today we are discussing the topic supporting multiple window systems. What is the main purpose of supporting multiple window systems? Here we seen a different look and feel standards are usually implemented on different window systems. So a Lexi design, it should be adapt as independent of the window systems as early as possible. Here we are supposed to do supporting multiple window systems. We would like Lexi to run on many existing window systems having a different programming interfaces. It means what I mean to say, in the sense, look and feel standards is just one of many portability issues. Here another is the windowing environment in which Lexis runs. So a platform, a window system, it will create the illusion of multiple overlapping windows on a bitmapped display. So we need to suppose to manage screen spaces for windows and roots. We are giving some input to them from the keyboard and mouse. Okay, for different, for on many existing window systems, it will having a different programming interfaces. Severally we seen very essential and largely incompatible window systems already existing today. For example, like Macintosh, a presentation manager, and Windows X. Here we would like to define Lexi to run as on many existing window systems as early as possible. For exactly the same reasons, we need to support here multiple look and feel standards. Okay, this is the concept of that particular line. And coming to the, they are asking one question: can we use an abstract factory there? Yes, exactly. We are at first glance, this may look like another opportunity. We want to be apply the abstract factory pattern. What is the meaning of the abstract factory pattern? We want to create how to create a families of related product objects without instantiating classes directly. Okay, in applying the abstract factory pattern, we assumed we would define the concrete widget glyph classes for each look and feel standards. Our main motto of this concept, but the constraints for Windows system portability, it will be a differ significantly from those for the look and feel standards independence. Okay, now we need to study as the different programming interfaces on these existing Windows systems. So the abstract factory does not suppose it to work. Why? In the sense that meant we could derive each concept, each concrete products for a particular standard. For example, motif scroll bar and max scroll bar from an abstract product classes. For example, like a scroll bars. Okay, but we need to suppose we already have several class hierarchies from different vendors. Okay, so one for each look and feel standards. It's highly these hierarchies are compatible in the sense matchable in any way. Hence we won't have a common abstract product class for each kind of the widget like scroll bars, buttons, menus, etc. And the abstract factory pattern won't work without those crucial classes. Okay, next point, we need a uniform set of windowing abstractions that let us take a different window system implementations and slides any one of them under a common interface. was we are supposed to do there in the sense, we solved this problem, amma, for widgets by developing our own abstract and concrete product classes. Now we are faced with a similar problem when we are trying to make Lexi work on existing Windows systems. It will namely like different Windows systems, it have incompatible programming interfaces. So because we can't afford to implement our own non-standard window systems, here we need to take one concept that is nothing but encapsulating implementation dependencies. Encapsulating implementation dependencies in the sense, here if we have to take the window class interface, it will encapsulate those things. Windows, it will tend to do across a window systems. In this concept, we introduced a window class for displaying a glyph. What is a glyph? A glyph will act as an abstract class for all objects which are present in the document, a structure. It will on to, we have to display. We did not specify the window system that this object is worked with, because the truth is that it does not come from any particular window systems. So the window class encapsulates the things it, the windows tends to do across a across window systems. So what I meant to do in the sense, the window class is an abstract class. What they provide operations for drawing basic geometric shapes. What they provide operations for drawing a basic geometric shapes, and then they can iconify and de-iconify themselves, so they can resize themselves. Okay, and they can also redraw their contents on demand. For example, when they are de-iconified, or when an overlapped and the portion of their screen space is, it will be exposed. So where does the implementation lie, we can see in the sense, we need to the window class, it must span the functionality of a windows from different window systems. Let us consider the two extreme philosophies. Okay, the two extreme philosophies, we need to study their intersection of functionality, and second one is union of functionality. First one, the window class, it must span the functionality of a window from different windows. What I meant to say in the sense, intersection of functionality, the window class interface, it provides only a functionality that's common to all window systems. Here the problem is to approach is that the window interface winds up being only as powerful as the least capable window system. So we can't take advantage of more advanced features. Okay, even if most window systems, it will be supported to them. Okay, so the second one is union of functionality. To create an instance that incorporates to create an interface that incorporates the capabilities of all existing systems. If you have take some all existing systems, we want to create an interface that will incorporate the capabilities. What are the troubles that we are resulting interfaces may be very huge. Okay, so we need to study about their two extreme philosophies. First one is intersection of functionality, and the second one is union of functionality. Here we need to study window and WindImp. What is the meaning of the window and WindImp in the sense? Just we will define a separate WindowImp class hierarchy. Okay, in which we want to hide different window systems implementations. So window imp is an abstract class. That's why we can say window imp is an abstract class for all the objects that encapsulates window systems. It that the code will be dependent. So to make Lexi design work on a particular window systems, we configure each window object with an instance of a window imp subclass, okay, for that particular system. So the following diagram shows the relationship between the window and window imp hierarchies. See, look at this diagram. This diagram, if we have to take some window class, some methods: raise, draw, rectangle. In coming to this window class, we have to take some application window and dialog window and icon window. By hiding the implementation in window imp classes, we want to avoid polluting the window classes with window system dependencies, so which keeps the window class hierarchy, it will be comparatively small and stable. Meanwhile, we can easily extend the implementation hierarchy to support a new window systems. Okay, that's why we have to take some window imp subclasses. It will convert request into a window system specific operations. Okay, here Mac window imp, presentation manager window imp, X window imp. Okay, now we need to study here in order to manage these supporting multiple systems, we need to design a pattern called bridge pattern. What is the main intent of bridge pattern? In the sense, it decouples what it decouples the separation, the class hierarchies to work together even as they evolve independently. Okay, here the window imp class defines an interface, okay, to common window system facilities. Okay, but its design, Lexi design, is driven by different constraints than Windows interface. Here we need to study application programming. Application programmers, they won't deal with window imp interfaces directly, so they only deal with window objects. So window imp interface need not match the application programmer's view of the world. So as our concern in the design of the window class hierarchy and interface, window imp can more closely reflect whatever window systems actually provide to you. So the important thing here to realize is that Windows interface, it will caters the application programmer, while window imp caters to window systems. We are separating windowing functionality into a window and window imp hierarchies. So let us implement, and we need to specialize these interfaces independently. So the relationship between window and window imp is an example of the bridge pattern. The intent behind a bridge pattern is to allow separate class hierarchies to work together even as they evolve independently. Our main motto of our Lexi design criteria, let us lead to create two separate class hierarchies. One that supports the logical notion of windows, and the other it supports for capturing different implementations of the windows. Okay, so the bridge pattern, let us maintain and enhance, in the sense improve our logical windowing abstractions without touching a window system dependent code, and vice versa. This is the concept of a bridge pattern. In this concept, we need to study about window class interface. What is the meaning of the window class interface? So our design will fall somewhere between the window class. It will provide a convenient interface that supports the most popular windowing features, because Lexi it will Lexi deal with this classes directly. So the window class must also support these things. Lexi knows about namely glyph. Okay, that means window class interface must include a basic set of graphics operations, a basic set of graphics operations that lets glyph draw themselves in the window. We shown the table here. It gives a sampling of the operations in the window class interface. Okay, here look at this. This is the responsibility of window management graphics. And what are the operations we need to perform for the window management? Virtual space void redraw of function, virtual space void raise of function, virtual space void lower of function, virtual space void iconify of function, virtual space void de-iconify a function. These functions namely like glyphs map, that means window class interface, it will include a basic set of graphics operations also. Graphics operation, if you have to take virtual void, draw line, draw rectangle, draw polygon, draw text. This is that table. What if we have to show simply it will take some operations in the window class interface. Next we need to study about this is the class structure this is the class structure of this window is exactly what I am saying. Window is an abstract class. Here we need to study a concrete subclasses, a concrete class in the sense we need to implementation for all the methods. Okay, we need to study here concrete subclasses of window. It will support the different kinds of windows here, different kinds of windows that users deal with. For example, here we want to study about application windows, icon windows, and warning dialogues are all windows, but they have somewhat different behaviors, so we can define subclasses here. So we can define subclasses like application window, icon window, and dialog window. We need to capture the differences. Okay, we need to capture these differences, so the resulting class hierarchy gives applications. The resulting class hierarchy gives applications like Lexi. It will take a uniform and intuiting windowing abstractions. Okay, so one that does not depend on any particular vendor's window systems. Okay, here window is a class. Okay, window is the class. We have some operations we need to perform: redraw, iconify, lower, draw line, of something operations we need to perform there. It will extend, tent will do, it will have some, for example, application windows, icon windows, dialog windows. Okay, in that we want to return a dialog window. Owner tends to lower off some function. Okay, this owner, it will, this dialog window, it will, this the owner, it will gives to the relationship between a window glyph. It will take, glyph will act as an abstract class for all these objects which are present in the document structure. Okay, so redraw, it will returns a glyph. Glyph gives rise to draw of this function. Okay, it will return glyph. In this concept, what our main diagram explanation in the sense, now that we have defined a window interface, okay, for Lexi to work with, where does the real platform specific window come in? If we are not supposed to implement our own window systems, so our window abstractions, it must be implemented in terms of what target window system provides. So where does that implementation live. Here we seen in this diagram, one approach is to implement a multiple versions of the window class and its subclasses. One version for each windowing platform. We would have to choose the version to use when we build Lexi for a given platform, but we need to imagine that the maintenance the maintenance we would have keeping a track of multiple classes, all named. We have give some window, but each implemented window on a different window systems. Alternatively, we want to create a implementation specific subclasses there of each class in the window hierarchy, and end up with another subclass explosion problem. Like one we had trying to add embellishments, in the sense adding some decorations. Both of these alternatives, we need to have another drawback. Neither it will gives us the flexibility to change the windows systems, so we need to use it, the program to keep several different executable around the text as well. Okay, so here see here the same thing we did for formatting, Lexi user interface design problem, and embellishment, the user interface. Namely, we are studying about encapsulate the concept that varies. So what we vary in this case, the window system implementation. Okay, this is the concept of supporting multiple window systems. Okay, we would like to Lexi, we want to run on many existing window systems. We will having some different programming interfaces. This is the concept of supporting multiple window systems. In the next class we seen user operations. Which pattern we use there in supporting multiple window systems? Bridge pattern. The main intent of a bridge pattern, we need to allow a separate class hierarchies to work together even as they evolve independently. Okay, this is the main motto of bridge pattern. Here we need to study in this concept, can we use an abstract factory? Yes, we are encapsulating the implementation dependencies, and we need to take a window class and window imp subclasses. Okay, here we need to study window class interfaces, and we need to study here window class is an abstract class. We need to create some concrete subclasses. Window will support the different kinds of windows. Okay, and the last we are studying about window and wind imp. We will define here a separate window imp class hierarchy, in which we need to hide different window system implementations. Okay, so window imp is an abstract class for all these objects that encapsulates window system dependent code. Here we need to make Lexi work on a particular window systems. We need to configure there each window object it with an instance of a window imp subclasses for that particular system. So we need to following this diagram shows the relationship between the window and window imp hierarchies. Okay, the relationship here, by hiding the implementation in window imp classes, we need to avoid, we are polluting the window classes with window system dependencies, which keeps the window class hierarchies separately. It will small and stable itself. Okay, this is the concept of supporting multiple window systems. Thank you, ma.